2011 was going to be the biggest year with acts booked like Kid Rock, Lady Antebellum, Toby Keith, and many more. Camping was booked solid, commercial booths were sold out, and 4-H, FFA, and open class exhibits were being created and submitted. Plenty of new events were planned, and the staff was moving forward with their fair preparations while getting ready to welcome more than 300,000 people to the fairgrounds. Unfortunately, due to the devastating flooding of the Mouse River in Minot, the 2011 North Dakota State Fair went in the record books as the first North Dakota State Fair to have ever been canceled in its 47-year history. 1 p.m. on Wednesday, June 22nd, was a moment that will never be forgotten as Minot's civil defense emergency siren sounded, informing everyone in the city of the immediate need to evacuate. The inevitable had happened. The Mouse River had breached the first of many dikes, and the inundation of floodwaters had begun. The crews worked tirelessly through the night into Thursday to complete dikes that were necessary to protect the North Dakota State Fair Center and the newly built grandstand. On Thursday, June 23rd, not even 36 hours since the first flood notification was given, floodwaters entered the grounds while the trucks were still dumping dirt on the dikes. 10 staff members from the grounds and maintenance crews remained in the grandstand and the State Fair Center to man the pumps, control the water seepage, and ensure that the buildings stay dry. The following weeks were full of work not typical to planning a fair. Tasks such as refunding tickets, sending back competitive exhibit entries, and canceling entertainment became the new norm. The State Fair staff spent what would have been the 9 days of the fair pumping water off the fairgrounds. They also started the cleanup process by removing all of the debris that the flood left behind, such as tires, hay bales, and garbage. The cleanup process also included removing the monstrous dikes that protected the State Fair Center and grandstand. All of the electricity that ran throughout the grounds, providing services for outdoor vendors and campers, was ruined and in need of replacement. The asphalt covering the grounds was severely damaged from the floodwaters and also from heavy truck and equipment traffic used to build and remove the dikes. While a long rest was well deserved, the staff tirelessly worked the next 10 months and prepared to put on the biggest and best North Dakota State Fair to date. As time passed, electrical and plumbing was repaired, buildings were painted and sanitized, grass was replanted, and staff anxiously awaited the 2012 fair. It came with a bang. It looked as though the floodwaters had never even touched the fairgrounds. Rides and delicious fair food staples lit up the midway. Competitive exhibits packed the State Fair Center and livestock filled the barns. Leaders of the 2012 North Dakota State Fair were determined not to focus on numbers, but rather on the smiles coming in and out of the fair gates. However, they succeeded at both, with a record-breaking 310,889 happy people that flocked to the fairgrounds July 20th through the 28th. Of all the fairgoers who entered the gates during the 9 days, the most excited may have been those entering competitive exhibits. This year, over 45,000 open class, 4-H, and FFA exhibits filled the State Fair Center halls and barns. Exhibitors had worked hard all year to complete their projects, and the exhibits came in a wide variety of categories, including everything from environment and natural resources, to communication and expressive arts, to wood and metalwork. Exhibitors also competed in livestock competitions in addition to their static exhibits. Livestock divisions included beef, dairy, swine, poultry, goats, equestrian, sheep, and rabbits. For 4-H and FFA students, the North Dakota State Fair is the finale of a year of hard work and dedication. These young adults know that only the best are displayed at the State Fair and take lots of pride in the fact that they're taking part in what they feel is the showplace of champions. Faces of these kids and young adults beamed as they carried their static exhibits into the State Fair Center and washed their animals before a show. They couldn't have been happier that their fair was back in action. Aside from the competitive exhibits, the entire State Fairgrounds was full to the brim with fair food, free stage entertainment, carnival rides, and special events. The newly built grandstand, which was saved from the flood with a 12-foot dike, was packed full of entertainment, including Kid Rock, Blake Shelton, the Zac Brown Band, and Luke Bryan. The comeback of the North Dakota State Fair was needed for the entire state and region. Minot and the surrounding communities were making their way back to normality one step at a time, and hosting the 47th North Dakota State Fair was a big leap of hope for those who were still struggling with the wreckage from the flood. As the 9 days of the fair flew by, over 310,000 smiles made it clear that the North Dakota State Fair was back on its feet again.